Good morning to all my dear students. I am Neelam Miss from Mehdi English School, your social science teacher. And today we are going to continue with lesson number 6, Places of Indian Culture Heritage. Before starting our new topic, we will revise what we have learned in last lecture. Still now we have completed almost all the topics of this lessons and we have learned about Ajanta caves. There are total 29 caves are there in Ajanta. Total 29 caves. Out of this 29 caves, the caves are divided into two divisions. That is cave based on wall painting and cave based on sculpture. So the cave number 1, 2, 10, 16 and 17 are wall paintings caves. It means that this all caves are 16, 1, 2, 10, 16 and 17 are wall painting caves, and 9, 10, 19, 26 and 29 are Chetias caves, and remaining caves are from Viharas. And we have learned about Ellora caves. Ellora caves, there are total 34 caves are there in Ellora caves. Out of this, these caves are divided into three categories. Ajanta and Ellora caves both are situated at Aurangabad district in Maharashtra. 1 to that Ellora caves is having 1 to 12 Buddhist caves, 13 to 29 Hindu caves, and 34 to 30 that is Jain caves. Out of them, the Kailash temple, that is in number 16, it means that cave number 16, it is a 50-meter long and 33-meter wide and 30-meter high. It is made up of single massive rock, and it is the speciality of Ellora caves, and this caves is included in Hindu caves. Now we are going to learn about and revise the topic, that is Elephanta caves. Elephanta caves are having a total 7 caves in it. It is 12 kilometers away from Mumbai, Maharashtra. And the most magnificent temple is Trimurti temple. The picture you can see here, this is a Trimurti temple, is the most magnificent temple of Elephanta caves. The temple include the sculpture of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, and this is the best specimen sculpture, and even UNESCO has described Elephanta cave as a World Heritage Site. Now we will learn about Mahabalipuram. Mahabalipuram, it is a city in Tamil Nadu, 30 kilometers away from Chennai. This city is famous for that chariot temple. This city is famous from a chariot temple. Mahabalipuram is having 7 chariot temple at the seashore. Out of them, the 2 are submerged in the sea, and only right now 5 chariot temples are existing over there. The 2 are submerged in the sea. And now the Pattadakal. Pattadakal is a small town. Small town in Karnataka district, 16 kilometers away from Badami Nagar, and Pattadakal Memorial. It means a Pattadakal town is famous for Virupaksha temple. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple at Pattadakal. Now we are going to learn about the temples at Khajuraho. Khajuraho is a name of a small village at a Chhatarpur district of Madhya Pradesh. The temple name is also a Khajuraho, even the village name is also a Khajuraho. And this is having total 25 temples are over at Khajuraho. It means there are total 25 temples are existing over there. almost all the temples are of Shiva temples, and the best temples is that from Khajuraho is the 64 Yogini temple is the most important is the main temple at Khajuraho. Now the Sun Temple of Karnak. Sun Temple of Karnak. The Sun Temple of Karnak is situated in Bay of Bengal at Puri district in Odisha. It is built in 13th century, and the speciality of this temple is that it is a chariot temple having a 12 massive wheels, and it is in Odisha, and it is also known as a black pagoda in Odisha. People in Odisha used to say that a black pagoda. It is mainly this temple is also known as a black pagoda. Now we will learn about a Brideshwar temple. Brideshwar temple is located at a Tanjore district in Tamil Nadu. This temple is built by a king Raj Raja, and so it is also known as Raja Rajeshwar temple. The characteristics of this temple is that it is 200 feet high above a ground. Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar is located at Delhi. It is built in 12th century. It is built by Qutbuddin Aibak, and the speciality of after the death of Qutbuddin Aibak, the work is completed by his son-in-law Iltutmish. This tall skyscraper building is 72.5 meter tall. It having a circumference, it means a base. It is 13.75 meter, and its top is 2.5 centimeter. Hampi. Hampi is situated at a river Tungabhadra of Hospet in Barli district of Karnataka. The speciality is here, it is a Virupaksha temple. It is a temple of a Lord Krishna, is the best example of this architecture. And now the tomb of Humayun. It is at the tomb of Humayun at Delhi is the best specimen of a Mughal architecture. After the death of Humayun, his wife Hamida Begum has built this. It's having a style, Iranian style of art, and it is built with a red stone. Red Fort of Agra. Red Fort of Agra, it is in Uttar Pradesh. It is in Agra city of Uttar Pradesh. It is built by Akbar. And it's having the speciality that the fort is 70 feet meter tall with 1.5 mile circumference, and it is made up of red stone. Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is located at Agra in Uttar Pradesh on the bank of river. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Taj Mahal is built by Shah Jahan in the memory of his queen Mumtaz. Mumtaz died in year 1630. The work of the Taj Mahal, the construction work of Taj Mahal is started in year 1631 AD. It was completed in 1653 AD. It takes after 22 years. Red Fort. Red Fort is located at Delhi. It is built by Shah Jahan in 1638. Red Fort is made up of Red Fort. Red Fort includes Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas, Rang Mahal, Moti Mahal, and Diwan-e-Khas is the more magnificently decorated than other buildings. Every year's Indian flag hosting is on a red fort on a national festival. Now, a Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri is 26 kilometers away from Agra in Uttar Pradesh. Akbar has founded this city in the memory of Sufi Saint Salim Chishti. The construction of Sikri was started in year 1569. Fatehpur is a city in the Agra and it was completed till 1572. The most of the best palaces are a Birbal Golden Palace, Bibi Mariam Palace, a Turkey Sultan and Jama Masjid and Buland Darwaza. Buland Darwaza of a Fatehpur Sikri is 41 meter wide. You can see in the picture this picture is of a Buland Darwaza. Buland Darwaza is 41 meter wide and 50 meter of a high. The churches of Goa. The churches of Goa is that there are the two old churches are there in the old Goa built by the Portuguese. At that time, the Basilica of a Bomb Jesus and a Basilica of a God Jesus in the old Goa. The speciality of this church is that the relics of Saint Francis Xavier. The speciality, we can say that the what is the speciality, it means that what is the different are there in this church, that it having a relics of Saint Francis Xavier's are kept in the coffin in the church of a Goa. His body has not decayed even after many years. Champaner is situated in the foothills of Pavagadh, the Halol Taluka in Panchmahal district of Gujarat. Mahmud Begada gave the position of a capital city to Champaner, so this city is also known as Mahmudabad. Even this city is also included in UNESCO has declared this town as a site of World Heritage Site. The places and monuments of culture heritage of Gujarat. Culture heritage of Gujarat is very famous, that we have learned that Gujarat includes cave architectures, temples, forts, wow, it means stepwells and arches. Lothal and Dholavira are the famous places and the main city from the time of Indus Valley civilization. The Indus Valley civilization is the oldest civilization. Both the cities are famous from Harappan culture, and it's well known for a town planning, and even these are the 5,000 years old from bead making ornaments and shell were found out from a Dholavira. Lothal is situated near Ahmedabad Bhavnagar highway. This both city is connected with a three side of water body, so it is well known for trade and commerce business. Junagadh is also famous for stone inscriptions, even Buddhist caves. And Ahmedabad is a historical city. Ahmedabad is also known as a historical city. It includes a Jama Masjid, Mosque of Queen Sipri, Rosa of Circus, Kakaria Lake, even Julta Minara, Sidi Sayyid Jali, etc. are the architecture works are there we can see in Ahmedabad. Patan is famous for Shastralinga Lake and even the stepwell of Rani Ni Vav, that is a stepwell of a queen. And Gujaratis also, and this Rani Ni Vav is made by Udaymati, a queen of Bhimdev I. So this stepwell is known as a stepwell of a queen, and UNESCO has included this wow as a World Heritage Monument in 2015. Even we can say that most of arts we can see in Gujarat, not even the architecture, temples, we can also see the stupas. Stupas, it means where the Buddhism go for the worshipping. It means that even we can see that sculptures, architectures, we can also see stupas in Gujarat also. Now we are going to learn about our new topic, that is that a stepwell of Adalaj near Gandhinagar, stepwells of Queen of Patan, Adikadi stepwell at Junagadh. Apart from this, Nadiyat, Mehmdabad, Umrat and Kapadwanj, Vadhavan and Kaleshwari, Mahisagar district, etc. are the example of a wow architecture. It means that this all district in Gujarat is famous for the wow. It means the stepwells. This all the district of a Gujarat is having a stepwells, the built in ancient times. So this all are famous for a wow architecture. There are many Jain temples on Shatrunji mountain. There are many Jain temples on Shatrunji mountains at Palitana in Bhavnagar district. It means that a Jain temple of a Shatrunji, the Jain temple, it is at a Palitana in Bhavnagar district, and this is at a Shatrunji's mountains. Few of the temples were built in 11th century. The pilgrimage is situated on the hills near Timba village at Kherula Taluka in Mehsana. The temples of Taramati is also situated here. Somnath temple at Gir Somnath district, and the Dwarkadish temple of a Devbhumi. Dwarka has a gorgeous historical history. The list of Gujarat culture heritage is not has been completed yet. Even we can see that we have seen many temples, a wow architecture, the sculpture. But then also we can't describe that the architectures of Gujarat, because Gujarat is famous for the architectural work. So the few words can't describe the architectures of Gujarat. Even we can see that many such places are there in Gujarat, which makes our culture heritage rich and prosperous. Now we will talk about a South Indian temple of Asian India. We all are knowing that South India is famous for its temple, and it's famous for its Gopuram. Gopuram, it means that a top of a temple. It means that the South India, you can see whenever you will go in South, you will see even when I'll show you the presentation related to this lesson, at that time you will see that South India is famous for the architecture in a south. Their temples, you can see that there are highly architectural temples over there. The temples of South India are famous for the different style. Their temples are totally different from other states. They were made in a Dravidian style of art. They were made in a Dravid style of art. They are in pyramid shape with a multi-storied. It means that the temple of South India is having a pyramid shape. Even they are having a multi-stores. One attractive stone is placed on its top. It means that the top of temple there is a most attractive stone has been that construct over there. So it gives a magnificence of that temple. Yard of a temple has a very huge, that South Indian temples are very huge. Many South Indian temples built in Asian time as given below. Mahabalipuram, that it is the name of a temple. Name of temple Mahabalipuram. At the place, the city Mahabalipuram, state Tamil Nadu. Kailash temple, place Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. Brideshwar Temple, Tanjore District, Tamil Nadu. Virupaksha Temple, Patadakkal State, Karnataka. Parshurameshwar Temple, Bhubaneswar, Orissa. Vaikuntha Perumal Temple, Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. So you can see that this all Asian temples are in South India. These temples were built in Asian time. So South India is famous for the temple architecture and the huge temples. Now we will learn about the places of pilgrimage in India. Places of pilgrimage means pilgrimage where the peoples go for worshipping. Like we the Muslim peoples, we go at Makkah, Medina for the pilgrimage. Even the Hinduism go for their pilgrimage places. India has been a land of pilgrimage since ancient time. People of India go on pilgrimages. The journey of Char Dham and 12 Jyotirlingas includes Badrinath in Uttarakhand, Rameshwar in Tamil Nadu, Dwarka in Gujarat and Jagannath Puri in Odisha. Now you all are knowing what is meant by the Char Dham Yatra. But what is meant by 12 Jyotirlingas? 12 Jyotirlingas, it means that 12 different temples of a Lord Shiva. Jyotirlinga, it means that the supreme god Shiva. Jyoti means radiance and Linga is an image or a sign of a Shiva. There are total 12 traditional temple of a Shiva at different places of India. So it is known as a Jyotirlinga temples in India. There are the some of the few names are given here, that is Badrinath, Rameshwar, Dwarka and Jagannath Puri. And it means that total 12 at different places, total 12 temples are of Lord Shiva. So it is known as Jyotirlingas. Moreover, a pilgrimage of 51 Shakti Pits. Shakti Pits means a goddess temple. We can say that Mata, or we can say that a Devi's temple. This the female goddess temples is known as a Shakti Pit. It means in India there are a 51 Shakti Pits temples are there. The Shakti Pits are the places of a worshipping of a goddess, that we can say Shakti or a Sati, the female principle of a Hinduism. In simple language, we can say that the goddess temples of a female Hinduism. Amarnath Yatra are considered one of the most important. Girnar, Shatrunji Pradakshina and Narmada Pradakshina have a great importance. India as a treasure house of rich culture heritage. In this way, the places of Indian culture heritage give the unique identity in the world. The tourists from the India and abroad visit to see the Indian art of architecture regularly. It means that the foreigners, not even the Indians, but the foreigners are also coming to see the architecture, buildings, forts, temples which show our culture heritage, the monuments which is built by our ancestors during ancient times. So the foreigners, the peoples coming from abroad are coming here to see the art and the architecture of India. This accelerate economical benefit to benefit of a tourism industry in India. Accelerate, it means increase in the rate. It means that because of this tourism, it means that the people, those who are coming from abroad, the people, those who are coming from different places of India to see these monuments and architecture places, it boosts the tourism industries to India. Thus, 32 monuments of Indian culture and natural heritage have been included in World Heritage Site by UNESCO. It means that from our country there are the 32 monuments is included in the list of World Heritage Site by UNESCO. So you can see that how India is famous for rich and cultural heritage, but in places also we are having a great identity. So I'll explain this whole lesson. It means that we will revise this whole lesson in a presentation. I'll give you the PPT, and with the pictures I'll explain you this lesson once again, so it will be easy for you to identify the each and every places of India. Till then, thank you everyone.